What's up, guys? Oh, turn this around backwards. I can't get it to stay straight, so there we go. Now I feel better. How is everybody today? Give everybody a few minutes to get in here. Oh. Oh. How's everybody doing on this wonderful, wonderful Friday? What up, Amy? Oh. Letting everybody kindly funnel in here. What up, Toxic? Good to see a new face in the chat. What up, Andy? Guns N' Roses. I would have loved to have gone back when Guns N' Roses was the real deal, back before all the stuff. I'm glad you discovered us. AC/DC, man, you can't beat. Brian Johnson is amazing on vocals, and who doesn't like Angus? Little schoolboy outfit, hopping around on stage at whatever he is now, 70 years old or whatever. I like Iron Maiden. Big fan of old rock, man. Big fan of old rock. Love Bob Seger. If you like old rock, you gotta love some Bob Seger. Ain't nothing like Night Moves. Alright, guys. So today, I want to do a true Q&A. I really don't have a whole lot to talk about myself. So today I'm going to rely on you guys for topics, whatever you guys want to talk about. Try to keep it vape related, but you know, I also know that a lot of times we go off on a tangent sometimes, so it's all good. Looks like we picked up somebody new. Can we see? Bought an RBA for the Smoke Baby Beast. The glass was too short. Is there a different kit? You've got a T-Priv or G-Priv and a Stick V8. What up, Sean? As long as you bought the RBA section for the Baby Beast and not the Big Baby, it should. The actual RBA section should have come with the bigger glass. If it didn't, I would contact the people you bought it from and see what the deal is there. Because the RBA section is definitely taller than what the stock coils are. What do you think of the Tesla SIGS Nano 120 Steampunk? Recently purchased one and it's great. I've not played with any Tesla mods in a while, Toxic. I've heard a lot of good things about the 120 Nano. And honestly, at some point I would like to get my hands on one, but I've got a couple of other things that are waiting on a review right now. One of which is probably coming up next week. More than likely, I'm just waiting on some information from the manufacturer. And actually, the person who's really wanting to see that review isn't on this chat, I just realized. What do you think of the Aspire Exo tank? The Exo is pretty much a Cleto with a different tank surround. And I really like the Cleto, so if it hits, if it works like the Cleto did, I'm sure it's a good tank because I really liked the Cleto. It had a really good flavor. Still rocking the purple Anakin Oceanus. This thing's a little beast, man. This is one of the devices, by the way, that's going to get a review. I'm just not one to rush into a review on a product, though. I want to use it for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, put it through its paces and see how it's going to stand up. But I have to say, as of right now, big fan. Man, I still like the smoke products for the most part. We're going to be getting the Big Baby Brother in at the shop, and I'm honestly probably going to pick up one of those because they use different coils than the Baby Beast did, and I'm kind of curious to see how they work. They've got top airflow on them, which to me seems really interesting because it would end a lot of the leaking issues. Oh. Dude, I've got an Alien I've been using since the day after Christmas. I've not had the first problem out of it. I don't know if I just got a good one or what, but now they've improved their products quite a bit. They finally got the top screen right on the T-Priv, because we haven't had anybody complain about the screen going out. So seems like they're moving in the right direction. I'll move this angle down just a little bit, guys. Try to get that glare to go away just a little bit. Sean, man, you got to talk to the other Ryan about that. It's his channel, so he's the one that's in control of that. I know the last time me and him talked, which has been a little bit, we talked about doing a podcast, but it's a lot to get set up. Gone off the UL Crown 3, the flavor and coils last 3 days useless. I'm not a big fan of the UL Crowns. I liked the first one whenever they first came out. And then I started moving more towards the Cleto, the TFE8, and now the Pharaoh. Love this tank. If you guys haven't watched my review on this, watch it. No, Sean, you're fine. We end up talking about Ryan quite a bit on this channel because people will watch his videos and then they'll ask me questions about him, so it's all good. I don't have it. Sean, one thing you'll figure out about me, I'm an open book. I don't, as long as it's not a really personal question, I don't care to answer it. Gotta love this setup. It's just hard to beat. And I am also going to be testing that mod with the stock tank and the stock coil that comes in it. The Arco tank, not impressed. The V8's still the best tank. I haven't had a chance to try the Arco tank. That's another tank that I kind of want to try. The flax paper kind of gives me some hesitation. But that's also the reason I kind of want to try it. So, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. The only thing we don't mention is Ryan Hall singing. No, I swear I love you guys sometimes. Actually, when he first started doing the singing in his videos, and partially because I have another channel where, it is me singing, a lot of people asked me at first to sing on this channel. And I don't know, I may do that. I may do that at like 1,000 subscribers or 2,000 subscribers or something like that. But trying to keep this channel as vape related as possible. The baby has more flavor. The baby beast definitely has some good flavor. So does the big baby. Thoughts on the TFV12? Honestly, to me, the TFV12 has too much airflow, takes too much wattage, and uses too much juice, and the flavor's not as good. That's my thoughts on it. I'm really big into rebuildables. For those of you that don't know, and my favorite tank right now is the Pharaoh. It's really easy to build, really easy to wick, gives off really good flavor, has tons of airflow, and because of the fact that it's a single coil, you don't have to use as much wattage, and you end up not using as much juice. Mark, the other guy that works here, he just got a Pharaoh himself, and he absolutely loves it. He's retired his TFV8, and I'm proud of him for it. Toxic, that's a good question. Toxic asks if I ever thought the FDA will ever let stores build for customers again. I hope so. I hope so. I really do. I think with the stores doing the builds, it's a lot safer for you guys, especially the ones that don't know how to build. So I'm hoping. What is up, Kringle? It's about time you actually made it for a stream. Kylan or nothing at all. Chris, I don't know. I've not got to try the Kylan. Nobody around here carries the Kylan. I may get to try one at some point, but I don't know. I've not got to actually use one, but I love this thing right here. Use the 12 with Voodoo Drag in super mode. I'm not going to use the 12 at all. I would like to have one of the Voodoo Drags though. I may end up buying one of those. Been watching your stuff for a little bit. For the first time, I've commented in the chat, and I do like your style of content. Thank you, Sean. Thank you. Feel free to comment anytime, man. That's the whole point of this channel, is a conversation. So the more people that get involved, the better it goes. Yeah, a lot of people had to start having friends do it. I know a lot of shops will have a trusted customer come in and sit down and do builds for people. I try to show people how to build, but of course I can't give them the coils, which isn't good. I know, Kringle, me and you've had that discussion. Good news is I'm probably going to review your mod next week, so I should be ready to ship it back to you next week. Don't hold me to that, but I think that's the way it's going to go. If nothing else happens, that's the way it should go. Chris, this thing has a 7 mil capacity when you put the expansion on it, and that's one of the big reasons I bought it. If you're talking about Euro League, the Premier League, I would honestly probably say Chelsea. I'm a bigger fan of Barcelona, although I do really want to see how good PSG is now with Neymar. Have you seen the T-Priv in action? Thinking about getting one, Sam. The T-Priv is really good. From everybody that I've talked to, it's outstanding. Already got you a new goon ordered for it. The black one would look really good, but so would the stainless. Either one of them would look really good on it. Vaping Jam Monster for the first time, and it's top notch. Jam Monster is pretty good if you don't mind the butter flavor. But for all those that are thinking about buying it, if you don't like a butter flavored vape, don't bother. Jam Monster does have a lot of butter. I like it myself, but let's see, the G-Priv is mint. Got the stainless steel, since your golden goon won't look pretty with it. Yeah. The golden goon wouldn't look good on it. The black goon, because when they first came in, we put a couple of different goons on it. We put the stainless and the black, and both of them looked really good on it. Yeah, you get more strawberry than butter, but you still do get quite a bit of butter. What up, Pyro? Thought a few of you guys had quit watching me, which I knew Crinkle hadn't. Me and him had talked. Oh. No, it's smash that like button. I know a few of you guys don't like whenever I do that. It's one of the reasons why I do it. No, guys, I do appreciate it when y'all, of course, do hit the like button. It does help the channel. For those of you that don't know, the more likes a video has, the more the higher up on the list it's going to be whenever somebody's searching something. So for the people that don't like it when YouTubers ask for likes, that's why. That's why we ask for likes. It just helps the channel to grow whenever the videos have more likes. Oh, and shameless plug, Patreon. Two of you guys, Andy and Kringle, are both on my Patreon. If you guys want to donate to the Patreon to help me to buy gear to be able to review on the channel, the link's in the description, and that is greatly appreciated. If you guys do $6 or more, I'll give you guys a shout out in the vlogs, or not in the vlogs, in the streams. I usually try to do it on Friday streams. And when we raise enough money for me to be able to go out and buy something, I will put a poll up somewhere. I'll link it in the video and let you guys decide between a few items as to which one you would rather see me do one on. What up, Cordis? Yeah, I don't know about giveaways yet. We'll talk about that in the future. What would you consider the best smoke mod on the market right now? That's a tough one. There's two that I really like and two that I've considered buying. One is the Smoke 2.4. I really like the size of the dual battery. It's super small. but I also like the versatility of being able to run four. Pyro, I don't know why you wasn't subbed. But I also like the T-Proof. I really do. And they've got a new one out. We'll talk about that later. Have I vaped on the Captain? I have got to hit a few Captains. Several of our customers use them, and they hit really nice. The battery life on them is really nice. The Captains are really nice mod. Cartel Revenant, Tony, what's up, my man? The Cartel Revenant is absolutely one of the prettiest mods on the market, and it functions really well too. The biggest thing that keeps a lot more people from buying the Revenant is the price tag. It's $150, but honestly, it's worth it. I mean, if you're into that kind of mod, it's worth it. My first mod, I had a few before this, but they weren't actually mods. They were just batteries. My first mod was the my first mod was the Copper mod, and that was the name, the Copper. And it was a full mechanical copper mod that I used stacked CR123s in a long time ago. Any idea or recommendation of a tank, not the Pharaoh, that is gray gunmetal colored? Honestly, not really. Maybe the iDroid Captain tank's actually a pretty nice tank. The RTA or the Sub-Ohm, it's actually pretty good. And the what's the name of that tank? It's made by Blazer, the Blazer Pro by Sense. That's a really good one. Pyro, don't start talking about that. That's a whole nother channel. That's a whole nother channel and a whole nother discussion. Any idea of a good copper tank to match the steampunk? I don't really know of anybody that's making a copper tank. Most people do like the brass, but they won't do a copper one. So if you're looking for a copper tank, you're kind of out on that. What up, Nate? Is there a box mod that you would recommend? Mikhail, that depends on what you're wanting it to do. You want a single battery, a dual battery, a quad battery? I mean, what are we looking for? A squonk box? That's the hardest part, is pairing up boxes for people, because you've really got to know a lot of information about what they're wanting. If you want really good battery life, get the Captain. Those 2700s are awesome. Nate, you haven't seen my new box, have you? Look at that, Nate. It's so pretty. And single 2700 battery. Same cell as the iDroid. I love my Pharaoh. The tanks, the Pharaoh. The Rouleau 2-3, I hate the door. I hate the battery doors. No, you have to rebuild for this tank, Andy. Does not come with the disposable coils. Nate, unfortunately, I have not seen a red one. We did get a black one. We've got a black one in right now, but you better hurry because it won't last long. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I really like the Smoke 2.4 is the battery door is a whole lot easier to work with. But definitely, if you're worried about battery life, but you want to keep something that's pocketable still, get the iJoy Captain. Yes, I have seen Sense's new Blazer Pro. The coils look amazing. The coils look like a dripper coil. Hey, Nate, comes with not this tank, but it comes with the Scion tank, the mod, 2 batteries, 2 battery covers, and a bunch of other stuff for $80. It even comes with the RBA section for the Scion tank. I know we have, Kringle. I don't like the battery door. I mean, that's my thoughts on it. Yeah, the Blazer Pro looks really nice. Tony, do you guys have the Anakin mods in yet? The Oceanus? If you don't, you really need to get them in. I'm telling you, they are awesome. They're a killer. We have sold them like crazy. And I bought the only purple one we got because I like purple mods. This stream is going a lot smoother than Wednesday did. Wednesday was a little bit insane. I love the battery door on the Smoke 2.4. I love the battery doors on the Smoke 2.4. What would I love to see in a mod? I've actually been thinking about that quite a bit. I would like to see, there's actually 2 mods, 2 different ones I would like to see. I would like to see a triple 2700 regulated device, and I would also like to see some single regulated 2700 Squonk boxes. And I'm actually going to turn one of my old boxes that I built into a 2700 DNA 75 box. I've not seen the Asmodus plaque yet, so I can't speak to that. Nate, I just seen that. That was good. Yeah, we all like to see fresh batteries in a mod. I don't want to see 550 watts because somebody would just end up hurting themselves. What are we talking about there, Kringle? What door slides 2 to 3 millimeters? Oh, the plaque. I could see that. Just from looking at it, I could see that happening. Andy's going to give us soccer updates. Yeah, I don't get to watch as much soccer as I would like to. So it's hard to catch Premier League over here in the United States, but I have seen the Chroma. From what I understand, the Chroma is pretty good if you don't want a lot of vapor. It's definitely not a cloud chasing machine. good luck if you decide to change those magnets. It's hard to get the old ones out a lot of times. I don't know about mag mods. I've honestly never heard of them. I will check those out after the video's over with, though. Pyro, the best way to start your YouTube is just flat out figure out how you want to go about it, like what kind of content you want to create, and run with it. What up, CP3? I got some help with this one because Ryan gave me a shout out, which helped me to grow the channel a little bit quicker than a lot of people normally would. We just crossed over the 650 mark, but actually, Kringle, you're quoting Nike. Just do it. Yeah, that's how a lot of people found out about me was through Ryan. Now, a lot of people in the industry know about me because of dealing with them in the past, but yeah, that's what I'm using right now is my LG G5 camera. If the more money you spend in the beginning, the more pressure you're going to feel to get to the level where you can monetize it, and that's where a lot of people mess up because they put too much pressure on themselves. That's why this stream looks like a potato, because I'm shooting it, and I'm actually shooting it on the front-facing camera. So yes, that's why this looks like a potato. Andy, you buy me a Voopoo drag and I will review it. And honestly, I hope McGregor does beat Mayweather. Potatoes are very yummy. So are these videos. These videos are very yummy. You gotta know Cordis Kringle. Pyro, that's one thing I don't want to talk about is politics. I don't think much is going to come of it, but that's about as far as I'll go into it. Oh my! So they're doing some mag mods or AR-15 mags that are made into mods. That's awesome. That is awesome. I may have to get one of those. I do like my AR mags. Well, yeah. I don't fly many places. I haven't flown in a long time. That could change in the near future, but yeah. Yeah, the grenade mod is absolutely ridiculous, and honestly, I would never buy one. I could see the appeal to some people, but no. I bet he had fun explaining that one to airport security, huh? You can cloud up the garbage truck on a daily. Lifted my vape at the same time as you vape, and it tripped me out. I bet you missed your flight. Nate, you don't want a tank that big. Flavor would be awful. I do love, Andy, I do love vaping. I like it as a hobby. I like it as a way for people to quit smoking, and just a way to help people. I'm surprised you didn't get more than fine, Kringle. Yeah, the Pokemon Ball mods were actually pretty cool. Alright guys, we are past 35 minutes, so I'm going to end this one. Guys, be looking. If you don't have the little bell icon clicked for notifications, click on that, or go onto my Facebook page, aka the fat one, and because I always post there before I go live. And don't start, Kringle. And again, guys, if you want to see the channel really grow, yes, I do cut my own hair. Actually, yeah, Nate, you need to send me that link so I can put it into the description. Nate helped build me a website that's got several links in it, and I'll add that to the description of this video, or I'll just put it in the next one. But usually Wednesday and Friday between 3 and 4 is whenever I do these streams. There, Nate just shared the link to the website. It's got the Patreon link in it. It's got the CASA links in it. But if you really want to help the channel grow, Patreon is the best way to do it. That, or help to share my channel out in the vaping forums and stuff like that. I appreciate all the help I can get greatly. And I think the bigger the channel gets, the more people we can help. So, or do like he did. But guys, I'm out. Thanks a lot for watching. Peace.